Hi guys, welcome back. So today we're taking a look at some of the Chinese stocks listed in Hong Kong. Before I begin, remember take a second to give the video a like and subscribe as you greatly help our channel. Without further ado, let's first start off with the Hang Seng Index. So as you can see, the Hang Seng Index dropped quite a bit during the past week, and this is more or less expected. Once this 18.2k breakdown, it is very bearish, and the next support in between would likely to be 16,170. Which is still about 1,000 points away. So that's it. Even if we do bounce up from here, then this previous support here may turn into resistance, and then it's likely for us to come back down again to retest the 16,170. So for the resistance to watch should be around 17.9k and also 18,600. Moving on to the Hang Seng Tech Index. So the Hang Seng Tech Index equally bearish. You can see that it already very much broke down this 3463, and we closed the week just below it. So in the event that we do not start bouncing off next week, it's likely for us to start creating new lows, even potentially 3.3k, even 3.2k next to the psychological support levels. That's it. We're looking towards 3635 and 3871 as the potential resistance upcoming for the Hang Seng Tech. Let's move on to Tencent. So for Tencent, once again, no surprise, support broke down at around 280 levels. So we're looking at a gentle sell-off. So it's likely for us to head towards this 251.4, which is likely to be a stronger support coming for Tencent. For the resistance to watch would be 280 and also the $300 psychological resistance. That's it. Previous support here is likely to turn into resistance in the event that we would likely to test back this support levels. Moving on to 9988. So for 9988, we already broke down this 79.65. So it's likely for us to actually come back to test this $71 lows next week, unless we can actually punch up above these levels here. So you can see that this previous support here would likely to be turning into resistance now. If you can break out, that would be good. If not, then we are likely to be still remain bearish. $80 would be the first resistance, and the second resistance would be $86. Next up, we have Meituan. So for Meituan, still seems to be trading quite well under these market conditions. 30.2% and 161 is holding well. Next is 150 and potentially 130 levels. Resistance to watch will be around 176. Moving on to NetEase. So for NetEase, you can see that I already broke down this 23.6%, not a good sign. 108 is likely to be tested, and hopefully we get a double bottom from here for us to continue to go back up. That's it. There's still some resistance. So 125 and 131 is the next two resistance to watch out for. Moving on to NIO. So for NIO, you can see that if we actually broke down this previous low here at around 134 levels, and we actually broke down with two very ugly looking candles, we did close the gap here at around 120 levels, but it is still quite bearish, and you can see that 138.4, 138.4 already broke down. So 124 at 23.6% is the next support, and in fact, we already broke down this level. There is a lot of gaps on the way down, so that is not a good sign. So in the event that we test back this $100 psychological support level, hopefully it holds. If it doesn't hold, then it's ready for us to break it with very bearish looking, and potentially triggering some stop losses just below this $100 psychological support. So it's a very critical price to watch. For the resistance, we are looking towards the first resistance is blue conversion line at 141. Second one will be 146. Next up, we have JD.com or 9618. So for 9618, already very bearish. 189 is likely to be the next support coming up, which is also coincides with this 23.6%. But unfortunately, it's likely for us to break it. If this support level do not hold, we're looking towards 160 psychological support levels. 211 and 225 is the next two support to watch out for. Moving on, we have Baidu on 9888. So Baidu, similar situation at 23.6%, very ugly. It's likely for us to come back to test 104.2 or even potentially retest the recent low of $99. Key resistance to break out to would be the 119 levels and also the 130 levels. Next up, we have AIA. So AIA is very bearish. You can see that it already broke down all supports. The next support to watch out for would be the $60 psychological support level, which is $5 away. So in the event that the AIA continues to fall further, then it's likely for us to see more bearish sign on the Hang Seng Index. That said, resistance will be 68 and 72 levels. Not forgetting this previous support here, in the event that we go back to retest it, it's likely to become a huge resistance and we might come back down to create a new low. Moving on, we have PingAn or 2318. So 2318, no critical support as of now. I'm looking towards 38. $38 would be the first support. 32 is the next support, and also the $30 psychological support level for this PingAn insurance or 2318. So we're looking towards this first resistance at 41. Second resistance will be 43. Lastly, we have Xiaomi Corporation. So Xiaomi Corporation, very, very ugly looking chart. You can see that we were already coming back down to retest the lows after hitting a high of above $30. Not a good sign. You'd like to reset everything soon. So it's likely for us don't see any buyers all the way until we hit the low of 828 levels. Resistance would be 943 and also 1030. So overall, the Hang Seng Index and all the other constituents are very, very bearish. So it's likely for us to see more selling pressure next week unless we see buyers stepping back in right at the start of next week. So if there's any changes, I'll give you guys an update. Thanks for stopping by. Till we meet again, I appreciate the manipulation.